So we've both been selling fiber for over a decade now, and you've been selling other products too for longer than that. Let's talk numbers a little bit. What is your biggest day in fiber? Knocking doors, close deals.
I'd say a lot of the time that I've spent isn't just in fiber; it's in fixed wireless, which is where you put a little radio on the roof and it hits a tower, sends a signal to the house. There was a time where I did 20 in one day, and then the very next day I did 20 again. So I did 40 in 2 days.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's
not easy to do. I mean, you're hustling.
I mean, just being able to find 20 people to talk to can be a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Like the getting in touch with the decision makers alone, I think that's an accomplishment in and of itself. But do you remember those days when we were doing that?
I do.
Like, it was cool too, because you'd have the technicians just lined up on the road, and so you keep knocking on these doors, and people are like, "Well, what is this? I've never even heard of it." And you're like, look out your window, look at the cul-de-sac. Yeah. There's literally a technician
Everybody's getting installed.
Yeah, it was those are some wild times. We've done that a couple of times.
Use that truck close, right? It's like, hey, this is why you should do it. John down the street, he's getting installed right now.
I mean, there are people up on your neighbor's roofs, and it's kind of like, I can't afford not to do this. I don't even know what it is.
That was kind of the cool thing about selling fixed wireless too, is there's a physical product on the roof that you could show people, hey, they have it next door. You can see, hey, they have it too. You can almost see all the radios in the neighborhood.
I think you can do that too. We've done that with fiber, where they're doing the drop before the install in the house, where they run the line from the road to the side of the home. And they'll oftentimes, they'll flag it, have blue sticks come out, and a lot of times you'll see a whole neighborhood where they're, you drive in there and everybody's got flags in their yards or spray paint, so that's kind of fun too, to be able to point that out.
So over your experience, and this could be knocking the last 2 decades of you knocking, let's talk about conditions, right? So a lot of times, we get it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too rainy, it's too snowy. What are some of the extreme conditions that you've knocked in the last 20 years? Oh, man.
Snowstorms, blizzards. I'm trying to think of one in particular that's the most memorable, but, it's like they say, I think in Seattle, they say we'd never get anything done if we waited on the rain, right? And I think this job, if you choose to pursue it, especially in a year-round, situation, you've got to be versatile. You've got to have the mindset that, hey, I'm going to make it happen. I think that's one of my strengths, though, is I think when a lot of people run from an opportunity, I'm running to it. I love those opportunities that a lot of people would not pursue. I love knocking in cold weather because I know I'm going to be the only one out there. I know that these doors are going to be fresh because it's so cold.
It's almost that competitive nature again. It's like, hey, I like the harsh elements because now I'm going to push myself even further.
Yeah, rainstorms, snowstorms. I remember pulling you out of a ditch one time. Is that in Iowa?
In Iowa? Yeah, that was in Iowa.
That was a long time ago.
That was that. That same.
That was in December. That was on my birthday.
It was on your birthday.
That's how I remember it.
So I think this was about a month after that happened. I was knocking in Iowa. It was end of January, beginning of February, and if anybody knows the Midwest, that's pretty cold. I think we were having the temperatures with the wind chill were like negative 15. So I'm out knocking, and it's so cold. I walk up to the store, and I see this cat, and I'm like, oh, what's this cat doing outside? And I walk past this cat. I'm like, this cat isn't moving, and literally, it's so cold. This cat had frozen. Like, it was a block of ice standing up on the sidewalk, just frozen. I felt so bad for the homeowner and that cat. But I knocked on the door and talked to the owner, like, hey, do you realize your cat's outside? It was. Wow. I did not close that deal, but at least I was able to kind of help them.
Fluffy was frozen.
I was able to help them with their loss a little bit. But I mean, but it was that kind of same mentality, right? I'm the same way. I like knocking in those extremes because no one else is going to be out there doing it. And, in those extreme, whether it's weather, in those kind of extreme conditions, I feel like the people that answer the door are a lot softer. It could be because they feel bad for you. It could be because they're like, oh, it's really cold or it's really hot.
Lots of times they're like, come on in.
Yeah, come on inside. Let me get you a glass of water. Let me warm you up. Come in and warm up for a little bit, right? I feel like those doors are a little bit softer too. And you have, really good conversations.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Like, I was just mentioning this to one of our partners earlier on a conference call. November has got holidays. December, it's cold, it's dark, it's got holidays. January comes up, it's freezing. February, it's a short month and it's freezing, right? We've done really well in those months. Those have been some of our very best months, and the mentality of the people that choose to go out and knock doors during those months. And I think it's because they've made up their mind that it's going to be cold. They've dressed for the elements. They've prepared for it. We've done very, very well in those months.
Yeah, I think we have our best months in the winter.
And it's dark by 4 o'clock, right. 4:30,
But guess
people
what?
aren't home yet.
Guys realize that, hey, I can make sales in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, we have guys, especially in the winter, guys will start knocking at 8:39 in the morning.
I think it's one of the best kept secrets of our particular industry is those winter months when everybody's sleeping and they're living off all the money they made during the summer. We're out hustling.